Stop talking like you're waiting for applause. Just tell me what's going on.
What? There's no applause? Fine.
What makes your ram so special?
Well, he's always brought the family luck. And his advice helped us make our fortune.
Your ram offered advice.
So, this is it, huh? Oh, no, it's fine, yeah? It's just, I thought it'd be bigger.
All this for me. And I didn't get Alexius anything.
Send him a fruit basket. Everyone loves those.
My efforts will survive in victories against you elsewhere.
Just say what?
What is this?
What is this supposed to be? A pretend rescue to gain my trust? Do you think I'd fall for that?
You have to admit, the old fake your own death, travel through time, rescue your allies trick is a classic.
300 bottles of beer on the wall. 300 bottles of beer. Take one down, pass it around.
Up there! Giant icicle tits! Tittles!
You're looking for titsicles.
Oh, that's good.
They were in fashion for a while, you know.
No. Really?
Absolutely.
I got a taste of the consequences if we fail. Let's make sure we don't.
Well, it's my present, and in my past, I definitely saw you both die.
Well, I'm no more dead than you.
Ugh. Now dead and not dead are up for debate. That's wonderful.
This conversation has taken a turn for the moronic.
I know what happened to you. Or what everyone here thinks happened. It seems... I don't know what it seems.
The ancient thing trying to kill us seems pretty real.
Fiona, you would not have turned your followers over to my care if you did not trust me with their lives.
Of course she trusts you, Alexius. I'm sure lots of people put their lives in your hands. You have one of those faces.
The army was all demons. You ever fought a demon army? I don't recommend it.
Well... shit.
Corypheus is back. Oh, shit.
Another reason the Templars and mages need to be sat down.
The Templars and the mages. Most people pick a side.
Most people are stupid.
My friend.
Anything you want to share, Solus?
You're good with that sword.
Thanks.
I see all that time on your own has given you a firm grip.
Can I take a sample?
A sample?
Oh, that sounded sinister. I meant, can I cut a little piece off of you and do things to it?
How do you get your hair to do that, Dorian? With magic?
With proper hygiene and grooming. Maybe all three of you should get acquainted.
The Inquisition needs mages to close the breach, and I have them. So, what shall you offer in exchange?
Nothing at all. I'm just going to take the mages and leave.
3, 2, freaking done!
Now what was the point of that?
This was a surprise. After you return from the bogs, we discovered this man attacking the building with a goat.
You answered the death of your clan with a goat.
A courtroom? Unnecessary. You killed my idiot son, and I answered, as is my custom, by smacking your holdings with goat's blood.
Don't look at me.
We made sure to disarm your trap before we came in. I hope you don't mind.
The Elder One has power you would not believe. He will raise the Imperium from its own ashes.
Blah blah, my cult is better than yours. I've heard it 1,000 times.
Well, you know, it's a chance for the Imperium to really one-up that whole starting the Blight thing.
Never really followed the Chosen One before.
I don't even know how to deal with all this. Just make something up. It'll be fine.
Oh, so we're saving the world through bullshit now?
They're too busy to look up where the real questions are.
Right. They should know it's a simple job. End all war, stitch the sky. The easy one first, of course.
Can't you see the warning she writes through the bird flocks in the air?
Preposterous superstition.
Preposterous is what you wore to a bog, Elysium.
Mother puss bucket, friggin' bastard, shitebag, piss-face. Eat it, you lop-eared son of an arse-nut,
Sarah!
piece of...
Sarah!
What?
I think you're done. At this point, you're making wine. You stole from Corypheus. I don't know whether that's stupidly brave or bravely stupid.
I was one of the foremost experts in the Kirkwall search.
Shut up!
Today is a good day. Today is a very good day.
Elf root. Do elves just call it root?
No, we have another name for it.
Well, that's no fun.
You spend too much time with Sarah.
Thoughts about Cassandra?
Thoughts? Sure. Not like yours, though. Sort your way right up in there.
You could have been one of the Charters, Blackwall. You've got the stature, the attitude.
And you'd be my boss.
Hey, I'm a great boss. I'm a firm believer in No Pants Fridays.
I'd rather fight for a cause.
Hey, No Pants Fridays is a cause.
I'm such a fool.
Have you looked at our Inquisition, Cassandra? We're all fools here.
We're fighting her, right? Tell me we're fighting her, boss.
The mayor said Darkspawn destroyed these controls 10 years ago. Who repaired them?
Right. Something stinks besides fish and... fish.
Inquisitor, you honor us with your presence. May I bring a sampling of fine cheeses for you and your guest?
I don't eat.
You have a thing for the Inquisitor. His thing and your thing, doing things.
Nothing so base as that.
Aw, sorry to hear it. The Inquisition can't be all broody beards like you and Cassandra.
She doesn't have the hair for it.
Oh, I bet she does. Places.
That's enough.
Knew it!
Accompanying the Inquisitor, Seeker, Cassandra, Allegra, Portia, Calogera, Philomena,
Get on with it.
Pantagast.
Hey, Solus. Droopy ears says what?
Excuse me? Ardathana ze Elgara Masula Eva Vanan. Excuse me?
Excuse yourself. Whatever you said and what I did, same difference to me.
I'd hoped, well, our people can sometimes feel the rhythm of the language, despite lacking the vocabulary.
Uh-huh. Know what else is good? Words that mean things. Like these. Words.
Then heed his Lhasa.
You there! I order you to tell me why nothing here heeds my commands.
A lost spirit. This should...
Silence. Let the other one talk.
You heard the crowd singing after Haven was attacked?
Please tell me you aren't going to burst into song now. Tell me there's more to your suspicion than the elves were acting dodgy.
Ladyship, my balls each, of course.
Can you reverse the process? You could return and obviate the events of the last year. It may not be too late.
I'm glad you understood what he just said, because I'm not sure I did. Bit of advice? I'd hold off on explaining how demons work to my friend here. Do you ever sleep? You're rather good-natured about threats of death and dismemberment. A grand masquerade? I need to go shopping. Solus tried to explain what you are, but honestly, I stopped listening after a while. Is it my good looks you need, or my winning smile? It's a good point. We should celebrate. A banquet. Something like a banquet.
We fight, the bad things go away, everyone calms down, and everything goes back to normal. A nice, well-paid normal.
Starting to not sound completely crazy.
I know, scary, innit?
One moment you're trying to restore order in a world gone mad. That should be enough for anyone to handle, yes? Then, out of nowhere, an archdemon appears and kicks you in the head. What? You thought this would be easy? No, I was just hoping you wouldn't crush our village like an anthill. Sorry about that. Archdemons like to crush, you know. Can't be helped.
Is it true? Rebel mages in Redcliffe were performing blood rites and orgies before you stopped them.
Where did you hear such nonsense?
Everyone in Antifa says so. Is it true?
Of course, every word. Especially the parts where everyone was nude.
I knew it.
So bring him on. But first, food. I'm starving.
Closest translation would be, I will bring myself sexual pleasure later, while thinking about this with great respect.
You shouted that while it was breathing fire at us.
I know, right?
If it's a trap, we escape and kill everyone. You're good at that.
You may not have noticed, but I'm not a finesse fighter. I guess I'd go with Dawnstone.
Dawnstone? That's even more brittle than bloodstone.
Yes. Really damn pretty, though. It's pink. It's pretty.
Is your name a title? Keem seems underwhelming.
Should it be Tornado, or Gale, or Bluster Kerfuffle, Master of Windy Import?
Rose. No, wait. Robin's egg.
Is this another game?
Trying to guess the colour of your underpants.
I don't wear underpants.
Everyone hear that?
We must stop the Wardens from carrying out this insane plan, Inquisitor. To seek out these old gods deliberately in some bizarre attempt to preempt the Blight.
And calling the army of demons. That's my favorite part.
Sarah, I had a thought. The next time we run into a line of enemies, I'll pick you up and throw you.
Get off.
No, this could work. I loft you over the front ranks. You land behind them to flank. Mayhem ensues.
I can't fly, you daft tit.
I'm starting to worry about these stories that everyone's heard.
Oh, there's nothing to worry about. They only say you're the last great hope for Thetis.
Oh, wonderful. You certain you're not making him into someone he wasn't?
He occasionally neglected to bathe. Should I mention that in his eulogy?
Probably not. And they know I fell into this. Almost literally.
You all right, boss?
I'm ready. Let's get tinkering.
I don't tinker. Grandfathers tinker.
When I asked to talk to you, I didn't think we'd be doing it in the Fade. Still better than the dream where I'm standing naked in front of the war table.
Ugh, that place. Should have just thrown in some bees and slammed the doors.
I don't know. You want to stop a party, I think you go earwigs. Maybe you can give it some guidance, Cole.
Maybe. My name is...
Compassion. Did I ask you?
Oh, sorry.
Every word, every gesture is measured and evaluated for weakness.
Don't they sound delightful? I'm shocked we haven't invited the court to dinner at Skyhold.
It is simple enough. You put it on, I charge it with magic, and you should be protected.
We know it's not just going to work, right? It never just works.
You don't laugh like a Devinter.
How is a Devinter supposed to laugh exactly?
Cruel and stupid, like...
Oh no. You're not allowed to laugh like that until you get your Magister license.
Knew it! Varric owes me a sovereign.
Inquisitor, please!
Breaking that circle has to be easier than fighting a damn demon.
Don't speak.
What is that horrendous smell?
Nothing.
Where is it coming from?
Nowhere.
That way.
It appears we have something to find. I told you it never just works.
Nice. To dragons!
To whatever this is, and the hangover it's gonna give me tomorrow.
Anan.
So, I noticed you crept back to the tent rather late last night.
And if I did?
I hope for your sake you weren't sniffing around after that iron bull.
I simply wanted to thank him for having his healer give such good advice. We've saved some lives thanks to him.
And that's why you're walking so funny.
Gotta wonder about anyone who fights as much as we do and doesn't have some fun with it.
We have fought living men, with loves and families. And all that they might have been is gone.
Yeah, but they were assholes.
I don't usually hear about things this far away. But having a friend like you is like getting really big ears. Bigger than normal, I guess, because we both... Never mind.
Cassandra's calmed down. I think you can take your hand off your crossbow.
Define calm down for me in terms of who or what she's punching right now.
We'll keep the main host of demons occupied for as long as we can.
It's a worrying lack of specificity there, Commander.
There are more of them than I was hoping, Inquisitor.
You don't say.
So this creature is simply a spirit? You don't say.
I have sand in places.
I was busy drinking. One must have priorities.
At any rate, time to drink myself into a stupor.
Try not to get too drunk while I'm gone.
You ask so much of me.
Dareth Shura.
Well, shit.
If this is the afterlife, the Chantry owes me an apology. This looks nothing like the Maker's bosom.
I hate muck. It stinks like... Ah, there's bones in it!
This may be my only chance to hear about when Josephine was a girl.
Oh, yes. As she told you about when she was 10 and...
Yvette, stop.
Fine. What about when we were climbing the cliffs by the...
No.
She once told the Duke of...
Absolutely not.
Honestly, I'd rather fight an ancient Darkspawn with a pet archdemon than deal with that hole in the sky. At least you can kill Darkspawn. It carries the scent of honeysuckle, sweet as the lover's kiss. It brings the promise of more tomorrows, of sighs and whispered bliss.
You can't be serious.
We don't need to be serious every single minute, do we?
So I hear you saved the last divine from a dragon assault.
Yes, in my youth, with help.
Nice.
You're not going to press for the details.
Nah, I can see you don't want to talk about it. Bet you look good doing it, though.
In short, smithing can be more. In short.
Seeker Cassandra came through here, looking like a storm cloud. That's just her face, though, isn't it?
She still plays with a doll collection when no one's looking.
Yvette, that's absurd. Absolutely preposterous. You're pretty big to be one of my contacts. Important, I mean, not fat.
Might be a good idea for the others to hear this warning. Especially Sarah. Maybe tell her twice. I love making new friends, don't you? If this is going to be another trip through the ringer, please wait until I finish my wine. Because this
is an excellent kiss lane, and I do not want it ruined.
Don't hurt me. Harmond made me do it.
Right. Things have gone sour. As they do. Things going wrong. I'm shocked.
Did you just grab my bottom? I'm a weak man.
Everyone, look away. I need to find a place to pee.
Could you be more of an embarrassment in what the Inquisitor and I are trying to accomplish?
Everyone look over here. Vivian needs to pee.
You make it sound like he was a better person than you.
What a mad thing to say. Few people are better than I. Very well, a better person, clearly, not nearly as handsome.
Hey, Cassandra. Were those really all your names, or were you having them on?
Having who on?
At the Winter Palace. Were you having them on, or are you really Cassandra, Allergy, Porter, Philimagig, Pentagast?
I really am. My family is as pretentious as it is large.
How do you remember them all?
I have them stitched into all my clothes.
Hey, Inquisitor, is that true? Do they fit across their underpants?
You will not answer that.
Battling the demons of paperwork? That's a fight nobody walks away from clean.
That's why I was scared about letting all these people see me. That's why I laughed.
I still don't get it.
Demons, flappy robes,
Thieves, dog stink,
culty shits.
treacherous towns.
What? It's not a proper game of your people are shit if you make up words.
Teon is a Ferelden title, beneath only the family of the king. I'd have expected you, of all people, to know that.
Well, that's smart asses.
Too late. I believe that's my round.
Piss.
You're trying to bring order back. High time someone did. Never thought it'd be a Hallow-Rider from the Wildlands, though.
If you have a problem with me personally, I'd like to know about it.
What? This because I called you a Hallow-Rider? Those Hallow are damn majestic beasts.
One for the Empress. For Gaspar. Brianna. The Duchess. And Corypheus. Right in the dangle bag.
Well, remind me to stay on your good side.
Skyhold. How did you find it?
I looked.
Now you sound like Cole.
This place of darkness is its lair.
The big demon Eramond was trying to bring through.
Yes.
It's nearby.
Yes.
Well, shit.
First, this wasn't my idea. It is an issue born of titles and heir apparency and... Halam Shiral is having difficulty freeing trade routes formerly controlled by Duchess Florian. Had she been tried, her assets would be forfeit and considerable bureaucracy avoided. So they ask that we judge her.
This is supposed to make sense. I'm judging a box.
That was the time allotted for rebuttal. Her crimes negated any claim to... Forgive me, there is an odor.
I call for rehabilitation. The skull shall do public theater about the evils of evil. I also judge the box. End table for orphans.
That's quite enough, Inquisitor.
The fun never ends in Skyhold, does it?
The Inquisitor was hilarious. That's what they'll say one day. You watch.
Shitballs, fuck, shit, crap, fade, shit, ass, demons, crap!
What she said. I'll fight whatever you give me, boss. But nobody said nothing about getting dragged through the ass end of Demon Town.
I never thought I would ever find myself here physically. Look, the Black City. Almost close enough to touch.
This must be very exciting for you, Solus. Any advice you have on what exactly is going on would be wonderful. Keep off the ramparts. I wonder why.
I'd say it's a perfect reason to go to the ramparts.
The summoning circle is part of the demon's current nature. It will certainly attack us as we attempt to break it.
Of course it will. Thoughts on Iron Bull?
It makes me wonder about things. I mean, what did the women look like? Woof.
Inquisition Scout Harding, at your service. Well, all of us here, will do whatever we can to help.
Harding, huh? Ever been to Kirkwall's Hightown?
I can't say I have. Why?
You'd be Harding and... No, never mind.
Ugh.
I hope you're not disappointed I stole your dance partner.
Naturally, they were all up and vanished like a fart in a cavern.
Can't a man think without being judged for it?
I'm not judging. I was gonna say you're pretty good at it. I can't pull that off.
A tragedy, for sure.
And I mean, if you're going to brood, you might as well reap the benefits.
What benefits?
The ladies.
Ground should be down. Sky should be high. Figure it out, Fade!
I should say, with the amount of killing you do, a bit of flair's a fine thing.
I don't kill that many people.
Are you joking? I'm only surprised you didn't kill someone walking over here.
And I'd hoped to sit out the assault on the breach. Take a nap. Maybe go for a walk.
Cassandra suspected duplicity. She threatened to have me executed as an apostate if I didn't produce results.
Cassandra's like that with everyone.
Perhaps I should be afraid, facing the most powerful members of the Inquisition. The Kunari will make a lovely host for one of my minions. Or maybe I will ride his body myself.
I'd like to see you try.
Sarah. If you shoot an arrow at me, I'll know where you are.
Out of my head, bitch balls!
Anyone need a hand?
My lord, forgive me for not recognizing you earlier.
You owe me 20 readings of the Canticle of Trials for that insult.
Imagine what the Inquisition could accomplish with the full support of the rightful Emperor of Orlais.
And which one was the rightful one again? I keep getting them confused.
I can't. I'm dying. I'm... dead.
Glad to see you're settling in, Cole. Here I was worried you'd have trouble making friends.
It's going to be all right, my love.
My darling? Bastien?
Well... shit.
Praying's nice, I suppose. Corypheus bit, though. Shite.
Corypheus.
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 Sack splash.
You must wish you were back in Tevinter, mage. No soldiers to guard you here, no slaves to wait on you.
It's the lack of fashion that really strikes fear into my heart.
If the Dalish could raise someone with a spirit like yours, have I misjudged them?
Most of the Dalish care more about impressing other hunters with a good shot, or talking about how awful humans are.
That was some solid work back there, Seeker.
You as well.
The way you backhanded that guy with your shield and then damn near chopped him in half. You and the boss should use that between the sheets.
How do you know we haven't already?
Ha! This is fascinating. It is not the area I would have chosen, of course. But to physically walk within the Fade.
Oh yeah, this must be a dream come true for your crazy ass. There you go again, Seeker. Getting an eyeful of Inquisitor butt.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Nice try. You're on him hard.
Thank you, Sarah.
In ancient Tevinter, they called this place Vina Hadalis. It means their downy hairs upon your arse.
You'd think it would be the itchy sand down your trousers.
I suppose the ancients weren't all that clever.
So, Bull, what are your women like?
The Tomastrans. Terrifying and inspiring. They teach you everything you need to know. Give your life purpose.
No, I mean, are they like you? Big and... whoa.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Wow. Okay, setting traps for dragons. Why not?
Boss, I want you to know, you're the best.
It's not what it looks like. Honestly, I would have preferred it if it were what it looks like. The Empress led me to believe I would be rewarded for betraying the Grand Duke. This was not what I hoped for.
I can imagine what you thought your reward would be.
She'll be all prim, but here's you with your bits out.
I don't know which is worse. Celine for using such a tactic, or him for falling for it.
Oh, Orlesians.
Welcome to the Inquisition. My party.
It was her, right?
We have survived in the Fade physically. Perhaps she did as well. Or, if it is a spirit that identifies so strongly with Justinia, that it believes it is her, how can we say it is not?
She seems interested in helping us. That much is clear.
That's great and all, but the nightmare is the thing currently scaring the shit out of me.
All these gifts to the Inquisition, and the best they can do is the Malefica Imperio. Trite propaganda. But if you want 20 volumes on whether Divine Galatea took a shit on Sunday, this is evidently the place to find it.
Next, you'll be eating and drinking and everything else.
What else is there?
Have you used the privy yet? That should be enlightening.
Stupid mud and water and something brushed against my leg. Shut it. I'm right. It's wrong and horrible.
This is nice. Wet all the way from my ankle to my... other ankle.
Do you tire so quickly of their congratulations, Inquisitor? 'Tis most fickle, after all your efforts on their behalf.
I would have stayed, but the punch ran dry. Scandalous.
You! Oh, frig. You did it!
Maker's breath. I didn't hear you enter. So long as you weren't aiming at me, I'm sure the box had it coming. I see. My library isn't up to your exacting standards.
It's alarmingly chaotic. I found a copy of the Oribalian in what seemed to be the Antivan Classics section.
How scandalous. Someone alert the Magisterium.
That's it, right? Not so bad. You're not so bad!
These are but minor servants of the nightmare.
Just let me have this moment to hope, all right?
I know Sarah was in here, and when I find out what she's done, I will do something back.
I am rather clever, aren't I?
Close the breach. Then I'll agree with you. I apologize. I could help if you're willing.
No. I have things to do. You can help by standing in front of me.
Those were little fears. Tiny manifestations spawned from the nightmare itself.
And of course, they look like giant spiders.
Didn't see no spiders. I'd have taken bloody spiders.
Remember, we walk in the Fade. Demons of fear shape their appearance to unnerve each of us.
Well, now I feel better. He's not just an object to quench your desires, Cass. Make sure you undress him with your eyes respectfully.
Respectfully? That's crazy talk.
Well then, go wild, you two.
Come on! This is why the Qun doesn't like women fighting. I should have asked Cullen.
Good one.
Their leader, he wants them to fight you, because you're the Herald of Andraste.
Should I autograph something for him before he tries to behead me?
I thanked him a few times. Then later, he thanked me back. It was a very grateful night all around.
Oh, you're terrible.
Sarah, about Adamant and what happened in the Fade. A good shot. Why are you angry?
There we go. Oh, yeah. Damn demon. Who's stuck in the Fade, huh?
That nightmare wanted to tear you in half.
Not a chance. Piece of Fade, piece of crap. And who killed you? That's right. Iron fucking Bull. Oh,
Ah, I needed that. Thanks, boss.
And that works for you?
Yep.
All right then.